Okay, welcome back to the second segment here, talking about the football signings from the signing day, the National Letter of Intent. We've been going through both UCLA and USC, and as we continue down the list, it was my turn to speak about a big signing bonus for Coach Rick Neuheisel and UCLA Bruins. They were able to ask to get Dietrich Riley, very coveted safety from La Cañada St. Francis High School, and he goes 6'1", 195 pounds, and he was going both ways. Both schools were making a strong pitch to land him, but at the last minute, he went to the Bruins. Is there any word about what happened there at SC, Ricky, about not having this player go to SC?
I would just think maybe he did what he wanted to play for Rick Neuheisel. I'm sure Rick Neuheisel promised him playing time, promised him a little better than what Lane Kiffin can do, and that's what it is with most of these recruits, is that you guarantee them something, they're going to go to your school.
Okay. Well, we shall see, because Coach Neuheisel, I believe, in the top 5 classes here in the country from Scout.com and Rivals.com, who really take a look at all these players as they leave high school and go to college. So UCLA Coach Rick Neuheisel has a bonanza here thus far with this list, and we've only just mentioned 3 or 4 players. Okay, Ricky, let's go back to USC. Who one of the players you want to talk about?
I'm gonna talk about Robert Woods, the wide receiver.
Okay, outstanding.
From Sierra.
Yes.
Getting Robert Woods is a great pickup for USC. They lost Damian Williams, that wide receiver spot, so you know that Robert Woods is going to come in and make an impact right away. And with the way that Barkley can throw the ball, I can see Robert Woods just having a good season for USC.
Well, he's going to be backing up Ronald Johnson, right? Rojo.
Yes, he will be backing up Ronald Johnson.
And was there another wide receiver that they had that they groomed that's going to be going up?
David Osbury probably is the one that will move up, and he's good too.
So, Robert Woods is really going to make an impact.
Yes, he is.
Okay. All right, I'll go now to Wade Yandell from Carson High School. He is an offensive lineman. This is for Coach Rick Neuheisel and the UCLA Bruins. I like his selection there because, again, it's from the LA Unified School District. Wade Yandell goes in at 6'4", 300 pounds. So they're going to have a lot to work with on the offensive line there. And then, let's see, the other, we spoke about Robert Woods from Sarah. One of his classmates, Paul Richardson, also from Sarah. He's a wide receiver. He was part of that trio that the Sarah Cavaliers had on their team this year. And Paul Richardson goes 6'1", 175, and again, he's the wide receiver. So it looks like both teams are building up in the right direction to get the players in by position. So that's a good thing for both teams.
Yes, it is a good thing for both teams. You always need to stack up, especially that wide receiver spot, because you don't know which one is going to produce for you. One could have a great year, the other one can just right here. It gets all in what the receivers do for you.
Okay, Ricky, your turn now. Go back to another SC player that signed their National Letter of Intent back on February the 3rd.
I am going to talk about Kyle Porter. From Hillside. 6'5", really tall receiver for USC to get. I love that.
Wide or tight end? Are you talking about a wide receiver?
They have him listed as a wide receiver.
Wow. Whoa.
At 6'5" for a wide receiver, that is unbelievable.
What school is he coming from?
Hillside, Pereira West.
Okay, Proviso West. Okay. Wow, look at that. That's out of is he out of Illinois?
Yes, he is. That's a steal, because it was said to be that they were getting the 2 best receivers. I think they did not get one, but they were said to get the 2 best receivers, one from the East Coast and one from the West Coast. And he was the one from, or might have been one of the ones from the East Coast at 6'5". That's a great signing. Love that, because you can get to the ball, you can make the catches, you can go up for the ball, and that is just something to watch out for. I would watch out for him at SC.
Kyle Prater. Okay. All right. Let's go here back to me for the UCLA Bruins and Coach Rick Neuheisel. Let's see. He's also looking at some linebackers, and He went back to Woodbury Forest in Virginia, and he picked up a player by the name of Aramide Olaniyan, 6'2", 200 pounds. Okay, so both schools are shopping and looking in all positions here. And let's see here, another out-of-stater from Arizona. He picks Cody Innes, offensive line, 6'5", 273 pounds. So Coach Neuheisel and the Bruins, they're going to have a lot of big guys up front again, offensive line.
Yes, he is. Those are some big boys.
Yeah, as will SC. I'm sure they've got a lot of
Oh,
big boys
yes.
there.
Yes,
Okay,
SC
Ricky,
has
who
some
else is
big
next
boys.
on your list?
My last one that I'm actually going to talk about is I'm going to finish the wide receiver group and talk about Marquise Amos out of Georgia.
Yes, let's hear about him, okay?
This was a little bit of a surprise to USC on signing day because because everybody thought he was going to go to Georgia. Everybody thought that Mark Rick had him signed, sealed, and delivered.
Okay.
At the last minute, he signed with USC.
And that might change the balance here for USC.
That's going to be a big addition. I mean, if you can get an out of state wide receiver, linebacker, defensive end, no matter the position, you get them from out of state and take them out of a state like Georgia, like Texas, like Florida, where they recruit their players hard, and you know that if you get them out of there, there was a reason why they did not go there.
Okay, let me jump back over here to the defensive line now. Derek Bryant, 6'5", 240, defensive lineman out of Ohio. He went to Columbus Brookhaven High School, and also accompanying him into the defensive line slots from Honolulu Iolani High School, Siali Ipanisa, 6'2", 300 pounds. Okay, so we see that on both sides of the ball, the UCLA coaching staff and Coach Rick Neuheisel, very, very involved in the recruiting.
Yes, okay. that is true. Rick Neuheisel is very, very into the recruiting.
Anybody else now on your list, Rick?
I'm
we have a
gonna,
couple more minutes here to finish up.
My final two, I'm going to go with Randall Telfer and Kristen Thomas, the two tight ends. And those two were really big. We're down to basically one tight end. We're down to Blake Ellis, who, no offense to Blake, has not produced for USC to the level that they thought he would. And these two incoming freshmen can play a big role at tight end.
Now, were there any seniors on the offensive line? Anybody that new coaching staff is going to have in terms of offensive linemen? Anybody coming in?
Not that I can remember at this moment.
Well, let's take a look. Your offensive line.
O-line.
Yeah. Giovanni DiPaolo?
My bad.
What about him?
Giovanni DiPaolo.
Who?
Out of
St. Bonaventure?
Out of St. Bonaventure, 6'6", 295. That is going to be a beast for USC. I would make sure he's on the side where Barkley, just protecting Barkley the whole time. Yes.
Oh, yeah. He has to be there. And again, this is what the coaches do. They have to do their homework and do the recruiting and make sure that when they talk to the recruits that they are giving them the full offer of a scholarship to come to the school of their choice.
Yes, that is big.
Okay. Anything else, Ricky, on USC side of the house or UCLA?
I'm through with USC side. How about you?
Yeah, I think that's about it. We mentioned all the local kids and players that we're going to continue to see more of their skills play before us as student athletes as they now head to the colleges of their choice. They've signed, they're enrolled, they're going to be enrolled, and come September, many of them will be in full gear and full pads going out for the team in terms of having their camps. And of course, by October, season's on, and we'll be ready to go. Lastly, Ricky, something out of SC today. The players are getting together.
Yeah, the players got together for a players-only practice at USC on Howard Jones Field today.
Okay, and closed to the public, but open to only to the players, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to come right back with a closing segment here. It's going to be a brief one, but we want you to stay with us for the closeout of EastLASportsScene.com. We'll be right back.